So here we're talking about writing our answers with positive exponents. So when we're looking at creating one term out of two that are being multiplied, we're going to multiply our coefficients. So 3 times 9 is 27. And then the exponents on our variables, we are going to add them. So that'll be 9 plus 7, which will get us 27x to the 16th. Now, here we have 6 times x to the 0 is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So 6 times 1 will get me 6. On our next term, the entire term is being raised to the 0 power, so this will just be 1. Here we have a division. So with division, when we cross the line, we change the sign. So here we have a bigger exponent of 12 over a positive 7, and they have the same variable. So as I bring the 7 up and I cross the line, I change my sign. So I'm going to get an x to the 12 minus 7 will be 5. And then y will be, here the bigger number is 12. So again, we're going to cross the line and change our sign. So 12 minus 4 will be 8. And it's okay not to have anything left in the denominator. Our next problem, we are raising it up a notch. So here we subtracted, we're on the same level with the division, and here we were adding because we were on the same level. But here we are going up to a raising of the powers. We're going to raise the power of our math, and we're going to go up to multiplication. So this will get us, our coefficient is just going to be squared. Our x will be to the 4 times 2, and our y will be to the 3 times 2 over z to the 3 times 2. So all of the exponents on our variables are getting multiplied by the 2. This will get us 3 squared is 9, x to the 4 times 2 is 8, y to the 3 times 2 is 6, over z to the 3 times 2 is 6. The next thing we're looking at is scientific notation. So with scientific notation, you want to end up with your number behind the first, or decimal behind the first number in your number. So it's going to be 1.8623 times 10 to the, and we got to figure out the exponent. So when it's a big number, it's going to be positive. Our decimal starts out here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be to the positive 4. Now here again, we want to have our decimal behind our first number. But because this is a small number, it is going to be a negative exponent. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 backwards, so it's going to be to the negative 4. Our next two problems, we're going from scientific and we're going into standard notation. So here we have our number, and we're going to move our decimal back to the back end of our number. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to plug in 3 zeros here. So we'll have 2, 3, 7, 7, and 3 zeros. And you can go back and put your commas in if you want to, but you don't need to. One of the ways to look at this is you have 3 numbers here. You have 6 decimal places you need to go, so 6 minus those 3 numbers will get you those 3 zeros. On our negative, we know it's going to be a small number, and it's going to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So 0.123450, 6157. So again, you have 1 decimal place being taken here, so 1 less than that negative 6 will get us 5. So we're going to have 5 zeros.